So it's really great, important week. Juneteenth is Friday, and pretty much neck and neck, my favorite holidays are Father's Day and Decoration Day. So Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, and I am taking time trying to figure out, plans, gifts, just finalizing some things. I've already gotten a lot of what I'm gonna get, but still just picking up a few things for, of course, my dad and the fathers in my life that I appreciate. And they're all amazing. All the men in my life are phenomenal fathers. My uncles, just everyone, just amazing. So trying to get all that together. And I'm just thinking about how women, a lot of women, not all women, of course, but a lot of women who are single mothers, and I'm going to preference everything because I don't want to hear what I always hear in the chat, what I always hear from people when I have these conversations in real time. It's, oh, well, men switch up sometimes, all those things can be true. I'm talking about the women who are having kids with men where y'all weren't together from the jump. Y'all aren't going to be together. He was your sneaky link, your hookup, whatever. Y'all know that y'all aren't on the same page when it comes to raising children. Y'all know that you all are not going to be together forever, and you still decide to procreate. With that being said, a lot of women, in my opinion, do not love their children the way that they think they do. And I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for this, but I'm just telling you my opinion. You don't have to agree. That's fine. You do not have to agree. You don't have to like what I say. But I genuinely feel like a part of loving your children is doing the absolute best and most you can to make sure that they grow up in a healthy two-parent household. And in most cases, we make that choice. We make the choice of who we lay down with. And every time you lay down with someone, there's a possibility that you are going to have a baby or babies. So the key is you have to be selective with who you have sex with. And I know it's easier said than done, but we really have to work on this and implement this because the cycle needs to end. We have generation after generation being born, and it's the same story. So many people have generational cycles of single mothers, and it has to stop somewhere. And it can start with you by making the proper choices, having those important conversations before you sleep with a guy. I don't care if it's on the first date. If you're moving with urgency and you're really trying to find somebody, don't be afraid to have conversations. Hey, do you want children? Talk about how your parenting would be. Talk about things that you believe. Talk about, just the way you handle conflict, just things that you are going to encounter when you become a parent. Go ahead and discuss those things, but stop jumping so quick into sex because then you have a baby and then it's already too late by then. And having children really highlights incompatibilities in couples. It just does. There's things, because it's the hardest job in the world. Raising a new life comes with so many challenges and opportunities, and so many people, it's just become so normalized to just have kids and just provide the bare minimum. And our kids need so much more than the bare minimum, especially in these times where they're being raised by technology, they're being raised by social media. We need to bring old school parenting back. We need to bring back the nuclear family, as it's called. But it's important because no one person can raise a child. They say that it takes a village, not even understanding that phrase comes back from way back when, Neanderthal times. Like, you needed a village for your baby to survive because there was no daycare, there was no technology. Sorry, my shade just fell on my car. there was none of these things. So, and putting your baby down and leaving your baby unattended could leave them vulnerable to predators. So you had these villages, you had multiple people, 15, 20 people on deck, always had somebody to hand your baby off to. And so many women are miserable and mean and bitter because they put themselves in situations that made them likely to become a single mother. And people say all the time, oh, well, you can't control. And there's just all these excuses. And I'm not saying that things don't happen. Life happens. But at the same time, we are way too nonchalant and reckless with sex and having children. And it's just become so normalized to be a single mom. And it's not okay. They're getting rich off of us. Your kids shouldn't have to go to daycare. It should be an option. You should be able to stay home. If you're the breadwinner, your husband or your partner should be able to stay home. One of the parents should be able to stay home with the kids. Even if you choose not to, it should be an option. And when you put yourself in a position to be a single mom, the options are close to off the table. They're a lot less likely that you get to stay home. And even if you do get to stay home, you don't really get to be fully there and engaged because a lot of times you have to work from home. So the point is, you want to put yourself in the best position to do that. On top of, God created mothers and fathers for a reason, man and woman. We both offer something, not just to the world, but especially to children, that the other one doesn't offer. Fathers can't do what mothers do, and mothers can't do what fathers do. It's just not the same. And so many of us are mentally messed up because we grew up in one-parent households. There's so many things about us that could be better if we had a healthy parent dynamic. And people say, oh, well, I grew up in a two-parent household and it was toxic. Again, I said healthy. Before you procreate, work really hard to find that person that you're compatible with. Don't just be reckless. And even if you do make the choice, because like, even I'll say, let's say hypothetically, you're not working out with the person, still try your best to make it work. I'm all for making it work for the kids. Of course, if you're being abused, if you're getting hit on either side, if she's hitting you, if he's hitting you, whoever, if y'all are getting to the point of physicality, yes, it might not be best to be together. But at the same time, if you can make it work by just being more non-confrontational, I choose that every day of my life. I could go off about all types of things and just be a brat, but every day I try my best in every situation to make a conscious effort to just keep my mouth closed and try to avoid confrontation. I really don't like confrontation. I don't like conflict. And when you approach your partner like rah, 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 and you're always willing to have it out with them, it's a lot less likely that y'all can make it work. So, especially as a woman, just work on being quiet. Sometimes no response is the best response. And I don't even like to say sometimes, a lot of the times. If you're going to say something that doesn't add value to the situation and doesn't make it better, it's really not worth saying. And especially when you have children, you have to try to avoid conflict with your partner as much as possible, because it's about them. You've lived your life, and I'm not saying your life is over and you're just supposed to roll over and die, but their life is just beginning. So you want to put them in the best position to succeed. And you fighting with your partner all day, you saying things that might lead to y'all breaking up or jeopardizing your relationship, is just not worth it. It's not worth it for them. And your children deserve better. Your children deserve to have their father in their life. And even away from people who stay together, even those who choose not to be together. A lot of women don't love their children because they make it so hard for the man to be in their life. Just because the guy pissed you off, it doesn't mean that you deprive your child from being with their father. As long as their father, and that's the thing too, their parent, period, because women can be just as dangerous to children as men can. As long as both parents are responsible and the children are safe to be around them, the children deserve to have both parents, whether y'all stay together or not. I hope y'all stay together. But even if y'all choose co-parenting, don't make it so hard for the man to be around. Co-parenting is that, co-parenting. You're supposed to work together. Even if y'all chose that being together wasn't best for you, that doesn't mean that your child should break up with the parents. They should still be as much involved, see each other as much as possible, spend as much time, be involved, because you're a family. When you choose to have a baby, you're a family, whether you stay in a relationship or not. It's better to just stay with a relationship. It's easier. But if you choose to go your separate ways, you don't get to break up the family. You don't get to deprive that child from their father, especially if their father is causing no harm, no trouble. They love their child. They're trying to do what's right, but their child, like many men are. If they're dangerous, cool. Of course, do what you got to do. If the woman is dangerous, do what you got to do. But if both parents aren't harming the child, stop making it so difficult. We really need fathers and men in our lives. It's so important. I know for me, if I didn't have my father in my life, my stepdad technically, but he's my father, I don't know where I would be. I don't know what kind of person I would be. So I just really feel sad for the children that don't even get a chance, because no child needs to be just up under their mother all day. Their father is so important. They build so much inside of you. On top of having a good father makes life easier for the mother, so the mother can be a better mother. And it's just become so normalized for women to do it alone. And when they crash out, or when they're mean, or when they're abusive, or when they're whatever to the child, the father is still made to blame because he's not allowed to be there, or he just isn't there. So it's just important. Put yourself in the best position to be the best mother you can. And that starts with choosing the best father you can. I love y'all. I look forward to talking to y'all soon. I hope to get another video out before Father's Day or on Father's Day. But hope you have a good week. Hope you have a happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. Make sure y'all love on the fathers that you know, whether it's your father or just someone out there that you know that's an amazing father. Make sure you show your appreciation for them on Sunday and every day. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon.